Yo, 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 what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka Jay Phoenix, and this is going to be your astrology forecast for Hump Day, Wednesday, March 27th of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. Let's go ahead and hop into these astrological transits for today so we can see how you can be better prepared to navigate these celestial energies. I've been having some technical difficulties today. For some reason, when I'm sharing the screen to show the chart from Astro Gold, it's not popping up. So I tried a different way because I usually use StreamYard. And then I was like, well, let me see if I can figure out OBS real fast. And I almost got it, but I'm running out of time. I have to go to, I have to go to my day job. So, um, yeah, this video is going to be probably a little bit on the quicker side. Now, because I'm not going to be able to show you guys the charts, unfortunately, in this video, but hopefully by tomorrow, like I'm going to come home later and then I'm going to figure this thing out and I'll be able to show you guys the charts again and stuff. So just bear with me. Today, it's just a little bit weird. The moon is entering into Scorpio today. We are building up, of course, to the Venus that's going to be in sextile to Uranus. That's going to be like the major thing, and we're going to dive a lot deeper into that one tomorrow. I was just doing like a little bit of background research on that one in particular, mainly with the gods and stuff too. Just some of the lore, some of the not etymology, but some of the genealogy and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting. So I don't think Venus is going to be really happy about this particular sextile. It was cool with Jupiter, but with Uranus, it's a whole other story. But in any event, I'm going to go ahead and just hide that, and I can see the chart. But you guys won't be able to see the charts, so I do apologize for that. Main thing that we have going on today, like I said, is that moon is shifting into Scorpio, which of course, the moon, it falls here in Scorpio, is not really happy being in Scorpio. Now, granted, this moon, as soon as it moves in, it does make a square over to Pluto. Not quite a mutual reception because the moon is pretty indifferent in Aquarius, but Pluto likes to be in Scorpio. So Pluto is definitely going to win this particular square, I would say. Um, Although some people say that Pluto actually falls in Aquarius. So they could be relating to each other in that aspect. But, that is not really going to last very long. It might add a bit of pressure at the beginning of the day and stuff like that. But it's not really going to be an aspect that you're going to really notice a whole lot. It's going to be a lot more subtle. If anything, it might provide some challenges when it comes to trying to relate to people and, the moon of Scorpio might make things a little bit more intense, if you will, might have us feeling a little bit deeper. It could, the good thing about this is that this can help us to feel a deeper empathy for other people and humanity, but at the same time, there's going to be a bit of a challenge here too. So that's the other part. Now, this moon is going to make a trine over to Mars today, mind you. So that's nice. That's probably one of the more harmonious aspects of the day. And this is kind of interesting. Like I said, this isn't a mutual reception either. Mars does like to be in Scorpio. It's the traditional ruler of Scorpio. And Moon in Pisces is okay. It's a water sign, but sometimes Moon in Pisces definitely allows emotions to be all over the place. It can be a bit messy, if you will. But this trine will help us to, you know, take these deeper emotions that we're feeling with the Scorpio energy and, have us, it's a good thing because it's going to have us look like dig a little bit deeper to see, you know, how much do we believe in ourselves? How much do we believe that we can move things forward? I think that this is it's an interesting shrine here. It's you know it's almost like it's weird because like the moon, like I said, it doesn't like to be in Scorpio, but I kind of channeling and getting the feeling that this moon is almost going to be encouraging Mars because it's like, Mars is like, dang man, I'm not used to all of this watery energy here in Pisces and having to deal with Saturn and having to deal with Neptune and stuff. I'm not really used to this. And the moon's like, I'm literally at the bottom of the ocean. I don't really like to be here, and I'm going to make this thing work. So you better make it work too. So it's almost sort of like the moon is going to Mars is like, I know you ain't complaining. I know you ain't complaining. Look at where I am right now. And Mars is like, well, I would like to be where you are. And the moon's like, exactly. So just, we all would like to be in other places right now. I think that's a good lesson for us. Like, we all would like to be in other places. We all would like to have our situation be a little bit different in some way. I don't think anyone has it perfect right now. I don't think anyone has everything exactly with the way that they want right now. And that's just sort of the lesson of this, you know. It does bring a bit of like that deeper psychological edge, of course. Of course, the moon trining over to Mars here definitely could bring up some sexual tensions with people too. With the trine, it's harmonious, definitely can this might be a good time to get a little nookie, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those days. Of course, this is a little earlier in the morning, so, but I'm just saying this can definitely bring to the forefront some sexual tensions, between, lovers or people that have crushes and shit like that. But it's about whether or not you want to, go to that deeper, more intimate level, because that's really the moon in Scorpio is definitely more of like a deeper, intimate thing. And with the trine of Mars, definitely can bring up some nice, fun energy, if you will. But it's still going to be. This is not just your. These are not like one. This is not one night stand kind of energy. This is like deep, like you know, almost spiritual kind of, you know, sexual encounters, if you will, if you go that route, right? So now, of course, the moon also is going to be making an aspect to the sun. It's going to be quite conjunct to the sun today, so we get that awkward stare to the sun. And this is interesting. The sun's going to win this one, but it's definitely about eking out those wins. We have to be a little bit more creative when it comes to, the way that we are expressing ourselves and the way that we create things, the way that we go about our business, the way that we go about, there's a bit of a survival mode kind of energy with this, especially with the sun here with Chiron and Aries, with a Mercury that's slowing down. Eris is here, so Mercury is slowing down all with Eris, and the moon with the moon in Scorpio and a Mars that's dispositing all of this Aries energy, but it's in Pisces and it's heading towards Saturn. Like this, we are kind of in survival mode right now. And when you're in survival mode, you aren't going to have all of the conveniences and all the things that you want. You're going to have to make do with the things that you have, But I also don't think the situation is as dire as we probably are perceiving it to be. And I think that's the thing about this. I don't think it's as dire as we're perceiving it to be, but it does kind of feel like we are a bit in the trenches right now. And of course, with all the things that are happening in the world, with all this war stuff and all these tensions and bridges collapsing, and it could definitely feel when bridges collapsing. That is like straight up like some Jupiter Uranian type shit right there. Like that's after a lunar eclipse, no less. Like that's pretty insane. It could definitely feel like the tensions are rising. Doing what we can. See, my connection's been weird and spotty. That's why I'm going to have to figure out another way to stream these videos. We're having to make do with what we have. Just like here, I'm not able to show you guys a chart, but I have to make do with what I have. And I'm still going to show up for you guys. Just because it's not ideal, just because it's not going the way I want it to, and I'm going to make do with what I have. And hopefully the message still gets across. It still makes sense. But just know what the daylight today said, Moon in Scorpio. It's, it definitely does bring us to a deeper emotional level, maybe that we're not necessarily used to. And it can potentially feel like we have like an anchor and we're getting dragged to the bottom of the ocean. And then we're trying to figure out, all right, how do I make it through this? We'll feel a little bit better once that moon goes into Sag, and it will start to trine all of this Aries energy, but it's going to square the Pisces energy. So there's not really an escape. That's the thing about this. It's like you have to find little pockets here and there of peace, and make sure that you harness that and cultivate that energy. There's still a lot of stuff going on. There's still a lot of pressure in Pisces. There's still a lot of pressure in Aries, and that's just something that we have to deal with at the moment. It's what the universe is giving us. So just know that this is a time where nobody is immune. Nobody is immune to the transformation. Nobody is immune to the change. No one's immune to the lessons from the universe, and that we are going through some major. The universe is going through, like this Earth is going through some major birthing, like pains and contractions, if you will, and a new Earth is going to be born of this, but it's going to require hard work and effort on our part as well. So we can't just sit around and wait for these things to happen. We have to put in the work and effort ourselves. But this is also about choosing your timeline. What timeline are you going to choose? Especially with Saturn here in Pisces, we still have a little bit of time to really pick what timeline we are really going to embark on. But once Saturn comes into Aries, and you know, obviously you guys won't be able to see this, but I'll be able to see this. But we have what until like 2026, really? Let's see. So we have until what 2026 to really see. I don't think Saturn retrograded here. It did retrograde here. So Saturn did go into Aries. It will go into Aries in 2025. Yeah, so it'll go into Aries in June of next year. It looks like June of next year, Saturn will go into Aries, and of course Neptune will be there as well. So, and that's the thing that we have to consider too, is that Saturn and Neptune aren't going to conjunct in Pluto. They're going to conjunct in Aries. That's the thing we have to consider. And what's interesting is that Saturn won't even conjunct Neptune until, let's see, hold on, and I wish I could show you guys this. I won't, unless it lets me right now, but it probably won't. No, it's not gonna let me. So that's so annoying. I can't believe that's happening. But yeah, Saturn and Neptune won't even fully conjunct next year. It will be 2026. So we still have some time before the timeline shift really occurs and stuff. So we still have a bit of this buffer time. So it's like utilize this time to the best of your ability to figure out which way you want to go and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the cards. I know that this forecast is a little bit all over the place, a little bit messy, but that's just kind of the energy right now. I'm gonna have to figure out why StreamYard is acting up like this, because I pay for it and stuff. But if I can figure out another way to stream, because like I said, I do have OBS, but it has a bit of a higher learning curve, but I'm going to figure it out. So I'm gonna learn and just figure it out, because that's probably gonna be a better option for me anyways than StreamYard. So StreamYard is just convenient and easy. So, but if I'm not able to show you guys the charts, I don't necessarily want to lower the quality of my videos. It could just be a today thing, but we'll see. Let's see. What do we have for the cards? Interesting. Well, I have the Chariot card here. The Chariot card here, but it's in reverse. So yeah, maybe this is about, we're having to go outside our comfort zone, and it's, it may be a little bit difficult to go outside our comfort zone. We're going to have to improvise a little bit here. It's speaking to, wanting to get up on that horse and actually get going, but maybe the horse is tired. Maybe the horse needs food. Maybe the horse needs a drink, and it's like we're trying to like kick the horse. It's like, yo, go, but we can't force the horse to go. Not really. I mean, we can try, but then you're making it move against its will, and then it can be very, very frustrated. It could buck you off. That's the whole thing about this. So it's like we have to take care of the horse. We have to take care of our vehicles. We have to take care of these things. It's not going to move at the speed that we want. There's going to be some maintenance involved here. So we have to just get down and do the maintenance. Maybe you have like a spiritual flat tire, and you have to replace that tire, you know what I'm saying, before you can get going. But it's better for you to be in the best position possible, or it's better for you to go ahead and fix those issues so you can move forward in the most efficient way possible than ignore the warning lights and ignore the flat tire and try and push through on, something that's not at its full peak. And maybe it's because we feel like we're running out of time. We feel like we're running out of time, so we have to get going now. But it's probably best for you to just go ahead and fix that spiritual flat tire than to keep running on it and then fuck up your rotors and fuck up your rims and do all that sort of stuff, and it cause even more damage than you need to. I have that followed by the 9 of discs. So yeah, this is about, seeing our value, realizing that we've come very far, and this comes down to, like, a level of independence here too, that we don't necessarily have to rely on other people to validate us. We can validate our own self. But this is going to come down to, whether we do believe in ourselves. There's a bit of self-validation here. You have to look in the mirror and be like, I am, or you can say it to yourself, like, you are worthy, you are amazing, or you can say, I am worthy, I am amazing. But yeah, that's what this comes down to. Like, she knows her worth. No one has to tell her because she can clearly see it. She's worked hard for what she has. So she may get recognition from other people, but she doesn't necessarily need it because she's already self-validated, if you will. One more card as far as that goes. I have the Prince of Wands in reverse. Prince of Wands in reverse, or the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so it's like, I think this is like, we're wanting to push things. We're wanting to be fired up. We're wanting to be passionate. We're wanting to push things, but it's not quite there. We have a flat tire. I know you want to burn rubber and stuff. I know you want to get going. I know you want to race. I know you want to speed, but you can't really speed through this kind of energy. It's too sluggish. It's too sluggish. Like, we have all this Aries energy, but it's weird. We have a Mercury that's slowing down. We have Chiron. We have Eris. We have the sun that's exalted, but we have a new moon solar eclipse that's coming, and we have all this Pisces energy. It's not a time to try and rush to the energy. This is a time to, take some purposeful action, of course, slow down, be a little bit more methodical, feel it out, observe, and enjoy the ride. That's going to do it for your daily astrology forecast today. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to my website, jphoenix.com. And as always, y'all take care, stay blessed, have a wonderful hump day, and I'll see you all on the next astrology forecast. Peace.